A small gremlin-type demon scurried through the alleyways of hell, the loud footsteps of much bigger demons following behind him. The smaller demonic creature continued to scurry as fast as his legs could take him. He knew if he looked back, he would never have a chance of making it out alive. He ran and hid inside a small trash can. He tried his best not to breathe too heavily, knowing if he was too loud, they would find him for sure. He waited for a moment before hearing the other large demons walk away.
Finally, they are gone.
Mixu sighed in relief as he walked out of his hiding place.
Well, at least they chased me to a place close to home,
the small demon said as he began to walk to the place he knew he was safe. The dump, which also happens to be the creature's home. Mixu walked into the entrance of the dump and went through a tube that led to his small home, or rather, laboratory.
Ah, home sweet home,
Mixu said as he smiled at his small... Mixu sat down on a small cushion and sighed. He needed a moment to breathe and feel safe. Being chased regularly can take it out of a demon like him. Mixu looked to the side of him to then remember his creation that he had been working on for quite some time. A small robot, a robot he was hoping to protect him and maybe even be his friend. He proceeded to walk over to the robot, who was still not awake from his permanent slumber. He should have been able to turn on by now.
Oh, it's hopeless. You aren't real. I have to face it. You're nothing but a hunk of junk,
Sue said sadly, tears swelling up in his eyes before kicking the side of the robot. His kick, however, caused the strangest thing to happen to this metal, forming the life form.
Ow! You didn't need to kick me!
The robot called out. Mixu's eyes instantly darted over to his creation, realizing it was talking.
I'm sorry, did you just speak?
Mixu asked, almost not believing what he had heard.
Well, yeah, I did. How else would I ask you not to kick me?
The robot answered, sounding somewhat annoyed as he sat to look at his foot.
I just can't believe it. You're alive. You're real.
Mixu said, astonished at his creation's movements and ability to speak.
Well, yeah, of course I'm real. I have 2 arms, 2 legs, a working pair of eyes, and even a head.
The robot answered, knowing a lot for being born just now.
I know, I built you,
Mixu answered, sounding surprised but now slightly annoyed at the robot, calling out the obvious. The robot got up and looked down upon the scientist.
If you built me, then what is my name?
He asked, the robotic eyes not looking away from the scientist for a single second.
Well, that's easy. Your name is, Agate. Yes, Agate. That is your name.
The scientist spoke clearly and proudly.
Huh. Agate. I like my new name. Thank you for making it.
Agate said, still looking at the small creature.
You're welcome, I suppose,
Mixu answered, still flabbergasted by all this.
Well, bye.
Agate did not say anything more as he walked away into the world.
Wait, where are you going? We just met, you can't go.
Mixu called out desperately to his robot, but it was too late. The newly made machine was already walking off into the cold reality that is hell. Mixu chased after him as quick as he could, but he didn't want Agate to hurt himself. He was new to this world, and he had to be careful.
Wait for me, Agate. If you go out into the open with nothing, you could get hurt.
Mixu called out as he ran after him on all fours, but before he knew it, he was off the ground. Yet his tail was in the air as if something was grabbing him. Uh-oh. Mixu looked up to see a larger demon gang leader looking down upon him.
Finally! I have been trying to catch you all day!
Mixu began to struggle to try to get out of the demon's grip.
Unhand me now! I don't want to die again!
The larger demon chuckled.
Who said you had a choice?
He said as he put his sharp claw inches away from the neck of the small demon. If he moved it even an inch closer, he would be dead within minutes.
This is it, you worthless gremlin. Time to face your fate.
Mixu continued to struggle, but was struck with fear. He was struck staring at the claw that was about to take his life. He couldn't help but cry, believing that this was the end of his life. Mixu closed his eyes, knowing that this was the last breath he would ever breathe.
Hey! Let go of my creator!
Agate called out from nowhere. Mixu opened his eyes to see his creation standing before him.
Agate, no! Run away from here! It's too dangerous for you! They will rip you to pieces!
Mixu called out to him, not wanting him to die too.
No. I don't know what you bozos want with him, but if you harm him in any way, I will kill every one of you before you can protest.
Agate said, standing up straight. He looked quite brave.
You? Kill us? Who the hell do you think you are?
The leader of the gang called out as he walked up to the robot.
I suggest you don't try anything, or I will kill him right here, right now.
He exclaimed as the claw went back to the gremlin's throat. Agate stared and said nothing more as he closed his eyes.
That's what I thought.
Demon leader looked away from the robot, Mixu still in his hand. But before anyone could do anything, the rest of the gang members, one by one, were struck by a pink beam of light. The leader ended up dropping Mixu, because the sound of bright lights startled him. When he turned to see what it was, there stood the robot, his eyes glowing a bright, hot pink.
I said, let go, but you didn't listen. So now I'm going to have to hurt you.
Agate said, his voice sounding emotionless.
Okay, fine. I'll leave you and your little fat waste alone. Just stay away from me.
The leader said, fear clearly in his eyes, as he dashed to leave without a single thought. Mixu, still on the floor, was gently lifted up by Agate's small hands.
Are you okay? He didn't puncture anything, did he?
Agate asked, looking over Mixu up and down.
You saved me. You care about me?
Mixu asked, his eyes filling with tears.
Of course I care about you.
The robot answered. Mixu responded by clinging onto the robot in a tight hug.
Thank you for caring about me.
The gremlin cried out. He was not used to anyone caring. Most people wanted Mixu dead for being somewhat weak, but for once someone wanted him to live.
I will always care, Creator,
Agate said, as he began to walk home to the dump with Gremlin in his arms.
You can just call me Mixu, or maybe Father,
Mixu said softly, feeling safe with the robot.
Okay, I have a feeling you and I will be sticking together, Father.